Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yohana is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
Look at how well they fight in the military. Brother, in 1943, the Japanese did a sneak attack on Pearl Harbor. Get this cat's name for me. And there was a black man who was in the Navy serving on one of the ships. And this ship got attacked. And he was a cook, because at that time, black people could only be cooks in the Navy. In 1942, the Navy was segregated. Black people were not allowed to fight. They used to call them cookie, and all they could do was work in the kitchen. This brother never fired a gun, ever. All he did was make eggs and biscuits and beans and cut potatoes. When the Japanese bombed his ship, he crawled from the kitchen up to the top deck and grabbed a gun on the deck, and it shot down, I think, 37 planes, 19 planes. You've never even heard of him. Well, 1 year after Jackie Robinson, they gave guns to black people so that they could do that. Doris Miller. 1 year after Jackie Robinson, they made it legal for that man to shoot a gun. Before that, he wasn't even allowed to shoot a gun in the military. The nations heard about Doris Miller and what he did. Now he climbed up from the galley of a ship and shot down 15 planes, having never shot a gun before. They heard about us. They heard what we could do. They heard about the Buffalo Soldiers and heard about our prowess, our physical and intellectual prowess. We were famous. We had renown. That's him. What did he do? How many planes did he shoot down? You can keep reading. He'll tell us. Keep going.
Oh God. For it was perfect through my comeliness.
It was what?
Perfect through my comeliness.
This is something that's hard for us to understand. Jackie Robinson didn't. I know when black people saw that the MLB let Jackie Robinson play football, I know they thought it was an achievement. I know they said, whoa, one of us made it to the big leagues. I know they thought it was a great achievement that a black person was able to play baseball and that baseball was integrated. They had no idea that their way of living and their lifestyle and their way of earning a living was going to go. They didn't even understand it. Our oppressor knows your value. What you don't know is that your value comes from God's grace. It is not because you're so smart or you're so tall or you're so fast or you're so smart. The beauty that you see in black people, our athletic ability, our intellectual ability comes from God's grace. And once you lose God, you lose that ability. It's gone. And now you look at the people now, you're shocked to hear about black inventors, aren't you? You can't believe black people invented the things they did. Why? Because you don't see that in your people anymore. You're shocked that they did anything of value. Why? Because once you leave God's law, He leaves you. And now you're stunned that a black person could do anything of value. You die.
It says Doris Miller helped carry wounded sailors to safety during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Then he manned an anti-aircraft gun, and despite no prior training in gunnery, officially shot down one plane, according to the Navy Department. But Doris and other eyewitnesses claim the ranges were from 4 4 to 6 planes.
Never touched that gun. Didn't know anything about that gun at all. Carried the wounded out and went up and grabbed the gun and just shot down the planes. 1 year after Jackie Robinson, that became legal. That was illegal when he did that. That was illegal.